Well, from Birmingham, we can speak to Ellis Cashmore, who's a Professor of Culture, Media and Sport at Staffordshire University and also author of the book Beckham. Now, we know that he is a fantastic footballer. I mean, you know, he's the only English player to win championships in 4 countries, but he's so much more than that. He's a whole brand. How do you do that?
It's almost as if the football is immaterial, really. You know, the fact is that the man has been a game changer in so many different ways. And I don't think it's anything necessarily that he has done or said. It's what we feel about the guy. You know, all of us, all consumers around the planet really, have attributed so many values to Beckham. I mean, he's changed manhood in a certain way. I mean, this is a guy, remember, in the late 90s when all footballers were meant to be red-blooded, tough, He-Man, macho-type characters. You know, he allows himself to be photographed with Victoria wearing a sarong and nail varnish and covered in bling and bodily tattoos. And I think progressively he's changed the way we understand men. I mean, there was that one moment several years ago when he was confronted, you know, and I say that in a meaningful way, he was confronted with the fact, what about this gay following you have? And he wasn't the slightest bit embarrassed, just said, so what about it? You know, I'm quite happy about it. I welcome admirers. And I think in those kind of subtle, almost complex ways, he's changed the way we feel about men. I mean, that's just one facet of his iconic value, I suppose. And there are so many others. But I've heard a lot of talk today about what a good crosser of the ball he was and how many times he captained England and everything else. But I would say 90% of the people who have followed Beckham over the past decade or so know nothing about soccer. They know nothing about sport in all probability, but they know about Beckham. You know, this is a character who has a dual character. One, the David Beckham flesh and blood mortal guy, and the other, I think, the Beckham of everybody's imaginations. You know, independent of time and space, everybody feels that they know something about David Beckham, and he's their David Beckham. I think that that's very, very crucial to his fantastic status that he's acquired over the past decade or so.
So are you surprised that he's quit now? I mean, he's at the absolute pinnacle, and I kind of suspect that we are going to continue seeing him in various different roles.
Sure.
But in terms of football, are you surprised at least?
Yeah, I am a bit. I'm not overwhelmed, got to put it this way, because he was offered a 12-month contract, and I thought he might just take that and stick around Paris, quite convenient, you know, jetting back and forth to London, where of course, Victoria has a base for her frocks, and I thought that that would work for him. But clearly, he feels that at 38, maybe just, you know, he's got other things to do. I'm guessing he's got so many different advertising contracts to honour. I think he wants to do this ambassadorial gig with China and the Middle East, and I guess he's got so many other distractions that he feels that he can't really put himself into playing football. And unless you're going to play, you know, with your whole heart and train every day, playing for a club like Paris Saint-Germain, who are probably one of the top clubs in Europe at the moment, I think that would be quite a tough assignment. So it's a bit of a surprise to me, but not totally unexpected. He is going to have a full calendar, though.
I can imagine he will be. Well, Professor Cashmore, it is fascinating to speak to you. I can see and feel your enthusiasm for the brand Beckham. Thank you very much.